All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So these three have become a more regular weekly, but it's now been a couple videos where these are starting to get really, really scary. And when I say scary, I mean bad, right? There's really no other word for saying it. I'm more than happy to continue running with these three stocks on the more than once cadence, but if anyone wants to start replacing these three, let me know, right? Throw that in the comments because you guys are the boss here, right? I'm so happy everyone's like here, you know what I mean? But yeah, just throwing that out there. I don't know if we want to keep looking at these three regularly or if it's time to freshen up these, okay? Nonetheless, there was a really important question. I don't know if people read the comments or not, but I did want to address it here. So someone asked me, how can I make videos and give my analysis on what's going to happen when I have no idea what the news is? Because yeah, I had no idea about the reverse split confirmation approval. I had no idea about the buyout news, right? And end of the day, I'm telling you, my answer is the same I would say for this stock, for any other stock. My colorful lines here, and again, the more complex, but end of the day, kind of the same thing that I use when I move my money on the one, where we're using chart readers here, right? Like these colorful lines tell me more than I need. All right. Now, am I here pretending I know the tops and the bottoms? No. Right. Even if you watch my videos, I actually kind of tell you, hey, wait for the next day. Right. I'm not even here like to get in at the lowest, right? I am here for sustainability. And that's what these lines help me. Because look, the news happened here, right? Reverse split or and buyout. They both basically happened on the same day. It was either this day, the 16th, or the 17th, right? Shit, maybe it was even the 18th. I'm here. I have no idea, right? What I do know is based on the fact that we're losing all the lines are telling me the reverse split thing matters way more than some maybe buyout. And I know that's not what people want to hear because people kind of come on YouTube to hear the rah rah good, right? And I would get way more videos and way more views and way more likes and all that if I did this like BS, the sky is blue when it's not video, right? But again, that's my answer to that, right? So yeah, let me know if you disagree. And at the end of the day, look, I'm also not here saying my strategy is the only one that works or blah, 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 right? But yeah, this shit works for me, right? And I am more than appreciative of the 1,000+ people that are like, hey, this thing kind of sounds all right. You know what I mean? So yeah, all that said, let's get into it. What are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like, subscribe, share, comment. Hey, anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, right? So look, let's get into it. And honestly, technically speaking, there is a lot of bad here. And to me, like I said in the intro, I don't know if you fast forward or not, right? Like the fact that we're under all 5 lines, the fact that the MACD looks like it already is in the negative and it looks like it wants to keep going lower. The fact that like I'm seeing a little bit of green down there, right? Making me think this still wants to go lower. Volume is nothing but red, right? With a couple sprinkles of green. Like this is bad up here. This one's bad. This one's bad. This one's bad. We're only looking at 4 things, and bad, 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 bad kind of tells me that there's more bad coming, right? Like I wouldn't even consider this stock under this 20-cent line, right? And it kind of looks like it's a little closer to 21, right? Because I need to, at the very minimum, be over these 2 lines. Truth be told, I wouldn't touch this thing until 23. I would much rather be over all 4 of these and hopefully go from like 23 all the way to like 30, give or take, right? And that's a pretty good percentage right there. Adding 7 cents, that's about a 30% move just right here, right? Versus like battling with all 4 lines. And again, what this is actually kind of telling me is we've now lost all 4 and we're probably heading down. All right, because again, I didn't draw it here, but where are we compared? Yeah, we're barely holding on to the bottom of this 512 candle. All right, I am very much worried that this thing is dropping a 15. And honestly, as I'm looking at it, I don't even know how strong 15 really is. Here's the 15 line. This isn't much of a plateau. That's just a peak. And that, yeah, like this actually might fall to 13 pretty quickly. Be careful, because again, as I'm looking, RSI has plenty of room to come down to at the minimum 23, maybe even as low as like a 12, 11, right? Like, yeah, volume hasn't even cracked the 50 line in a good minute. Obviously, it's all bad, but yeah, there's a lot worse that can happen on this stock. I don't think the worst is done yet here. Again, this is a bad weekly, because the weekly, there is no 200 moving average, so we're already under all the moving averages. Again, RSI looks like it wants to keep going lower. This MACD has definitely gone from flat to, I think, getting ready to curve. Either way, it's still in the negative, and again, volume's not looking good that here. So Trka, not good, and I'm telling you, I didn't need to read any headlines to know it. I am beyond grateful for all the comments that kept me informed, right? Like, this is a two-way street, baby. I'm gonna give you my technical stuff, you're gonna give me my fundamental stuff, and like we're helping each other. You know what I mean? So it's a good process that we've built here, all right? Hubc, and again, right, like I was hopeful for a quick minute, right? I was hopeful here, I was hopeful here, I was hopeful here. I know I have not been that hopeful in a minute, and I think we're seeing what's happening here, okay? Are we at all-time lows? Man, we are technically a penny under our support line, all right? And obviously, this is, you know, still here. This is still here. I'm making my line on the green candle. Being under this 60 cent scares me. And I know we're not in like technical all-time lows, but yeah, we have now been below my all-time low support for 2 days. They're both dojis, so neither counts. But tomorrow, I honestly, like, look, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Friday, but the next real candle is going to be a big one down or a big one up, all right? I don't know if we're going to get over 63, and 63 is actually not that bad a percentage. I for sure do not believe we're going to get over 67, okay? And as for how low it can go, all-time lows is a black hole vortex. You've heard me say that a bunch of times. Like, I have no idea how much lower it can go, but I'm pretty confident we're not going to break both lines. I don't even know if we're going to break one line. You know what I mean? But I would set these two as my up target max, either 63 or 67 cents. And then for real, what can the below be? Until the hand of God comes down and grabs this baby, like it's gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? So the confirmation after this doji is gonna be really big, up or down. All right. I see that these are both kind of technically good, right? Green over red there. I'm looking at the RSI. RSI actually is green over red too. We can see it. I've said it so many times. 80% of the work is up here. I'm disregarding all of this until something happens here. And again, I'm leaning more towards down. I think the confirmation is going to be bad, not good here. So do be careful here, all right? Mullen. We are now well below the dollar. I know a lot of people really took offense when I said after the split, I think we're going down to the pre-split levels. I know a lot of people thought I was full of it when I said I think we're going to lose $1 really soon, all right? I know that I've been saying I don't think the worst is over for Mullen for a minute. And I mean, in only 3 days, it lost a quick 20%. Today alone was ugly, and here's my problem with today. The low of the day was also the close of the day, right? There is no wick at the bottom. People just kept selling and 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 selling until the market said, hey, you're done. We're closed. Come back tomorrow morning, right? Like, that's a scary candle. All right. Again, this is a common thing where you fall under the 8, you make a move back up. You fall under the 8, you make a move back up. We have now fallen so far below the 8. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of started making a recovery play. All right. This might be the highest that goes, 95 cents. I could see this candle being an issue because, again, this 8's going to keep coming down over the next couple days. Right. But going from 80 till about 96 is a quick 20% swing, right? So I am actually going to set an alert here for 81 cents. I would be a little curious if this thing hit 81. Truth be told, 83 is, I actually really wish I just set it for 83. I'll be honest with you, but I'm going to set it for 83 as well. I think 83 is an interesting, because again, 83 till about 95 is still a solid 10 cents, and that's more than 10%, right? So it's an interesting play, but again, do I think we're going to break the 8? I really don't. Do I think we're going to break the 20? No, I don't. All right, and look, I've been saying it over the last few videos. Volume just keeps kind of increasing, and unfortunately keeps being like dumps, right? And really, I can even go this far back, right? So just, be careful. Be careful here, right? I've been saying it for a bunch of videos, and I know it. Like, I'm not here to hate. I have made good money on Mullen, all right? I want to make good money on Mullen again. There is nothing here that's telling me good money is coming to Mullen. You know what I mean? I do not need to look at the weekly, but let's just do it for shits and giggles. That's a bad weekly chart. That's our technical analysis right there. Maybe, again, little reason to believe that next week might kind of recover. But again, I don't even know, right? Like, I think there's nothing here that makes me believe things are going to turn around, right? So not here to hate, you know that, but just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Much appreciated as always.